Farscape Engineers Inspector Summary Video, Repair Video. We're here at Georgian University and we're doing an inspection of the firescapes. Catwalk is required here, so if you want to keep this whole space great, otherwise you need a catwalk that basically feeds that door, and the rail will have to wrap around and get somebody to go here all the way. Tying in basic stuff, the rail's not tied in correctly here at the end. This is a step up. All this diamond plate was never properly sealed, and we got all these joints and cracks and crevices along with tree debris that basically create a rusting situation. The whole staircase going down, even though it's very long, all original hardware. There's no evidence of any changes. So I want all connections on corner posts, major critical connections, they need to be swapped out, and then they need new bolting. But then on the rivets, on the bars, you don't need these. Those just need to be verified that they're in good condition. So anything that makes a joint, makes a corner, supports, they all need to be changed out. So this needs to be swapped out. And anywhere that you find the square head bolts, that's original. That's 50 to 75 years old. And that means they must be swapped out. Critical connections are always supports and treads. All these treads need to be changed out. A huge amount of snow collects here and rust. That's why these are not built this way. We need some weep holes in here. Otherwise, the water has no place to go. It accumulates, sits in these corners, and just works its magic. A lot of times, these are slightly tilted forward, which these are not, and that water gets a place to go. But here in this situation, we have quite a bit of accumulation, and from underneath is the better shot. So any post needs to be reinforced with a new bolt, but the bars, no. They just need to be verified that they're in good condition. A lot of these areas here, when you get a lot of leaf accumulation here, I always want to use tar. I want to basically get in here and get all this thing all tarred up so that it doesn't affect people's feet, but it stops the snow and the dirt and everything building up. So these feet should be tarred to the cement. Original hardware, as you can see here, but the biggest problem with all these treads is really underneath. A lot of severe corrosion, severe. Some of these treads, I'm surprised, are still holding up, especially that one right there. It's ready to drop. So I would say that this has some life safety issues and that this needs to be addressed immediately, which could include, putting in a backup bolt immediately through the center of this. But in the future, all of these got to be swapped out. These are all 50 to 75-year-old bolts. Some of these clips are not going to survive the repair. The other issue is that this firescape is older than 1978. So EPA guidelines do apply. You need to be a licensed contractor with workers' comp and liability, as well as a licensed renovator through the EPA to touch a firescape that's presumed to have lead. And this firescape is presumed to have lead. I want all these feet, once they're repaired, I want them sealed. And one of the things I like to use on the very top is tar, and then a cement paint on the bottom, and that'll keep the feet from rotting. All these connections are all square head bolts, and so I want all these bolts swapped out because, as you can see in that corner, they're all eaten. And then once you get the corners eaten, since they are an area that accumulates a lot of activity, I want these areas all gooped up in tar or silicone. So once you repair the connections, I want any area that can accumulate water or snow or dirt, I want it all tarred up. Look underneath. The diamond plate, when you lift it, it has eaten the framing of the staircase. So that either needs to be sistered up and or needs to be remanufactured up there. I believe there's still enough meat left over on that. But again, anywhere that's a super connection, a critical connection, I want all square head bolts out, and I want new hex heads in. Where it's non-critical, then as long as the bolt is in good excellent condition, it can stay. If you have any questions on this or any other question on the firescape itself, technical question, Inspector Meneses, Firescape Engineers, 800-649-3333. If you have any questions that are related to the pricing of this firescape, that's to Mark here at Georgetown, Georgian University, Georgian Court University.